In 2015, I knew the fight to keep North America's largest proposed copper mine out of the world's greatest sockeye salmon fishery wasn't over. But it was looking pretty good.
We know what the answer is. Stop Pebble Mine.
I've loved wild salmon since I was a little kid. They're travelers, nurturers, survivors, and they're food. They bring the ocean's wealth of nourishment back to their natal streams when they return to spawn, feeding everything, us humans and all of nature, even the trees. We've threatened wild salmon's very survival throughout history. Overfishing, logging, mining, making fish, building dams. Amidst this swift destruction, tailings dams, where mines store their toxic waste.
A massive tailings pond full of toxic heavy metals from a copper and gold mine has burst its banks. Toxic sludge, about 2,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools worth, is cascading through central BC's pristine waterways.
Slow-moving toxic mud is oozing out of 2 collapsed mines in Brazil. The presence of arsenic, zinc, copper, mercury, they've effectively killed all aquatic life in that area for a 310-mile stretch.
And then a colossal threat to wild salmon's last best chance, in a place like no other. Bristol Bay produces half of all the sockeye salmon in the world, bringing 14,000 jobs and $1.5 billion to the American economy. It's traveling through time coming to this place. All these rivers, arteries, the land itself, the beating heart. These lakes, nurseries for the immense act of sacrifice about to happen. It is, as a system, perfect for salmon. And way up in the topography, perched directly above the fishery, 11 billion tons of copper ore. If mined, it would create North America's largest and most dangerous tailings dam.
People think that we can destroy the whole fishery, even if it all escaped, which is not possible to have all of it escape, would not destroy the fishery.
You're going to have the tailings and the dams, and somebody's going to have to monitor that forever.
Moral responsibility for generations way, way out there.
That just don't make sense to me.
We, the people who are designing dams, can build a dam now that's going to last in perpetuity. I think there's a little arrogance in that statement.
So a battle began that lasted over 2 decades. Tribes, fishermen, conservationists, politicians, and filmmakers rallied together. Despite big money pushback and legislative end-arounds, things had seemed to stabilize. And then... I've always had this great love for wild salmon. Whatever you love, consider this. It only took an elected position, an appointment, and a backroom deal to put Bristol Bay back in imminent danger. It's easy to get discouraged when it feels like the world is being torn apart. But I still believe it's possible to save the things we love. If you love something enough, you'll find a way somehow. Salmon teach us this, even if it's in the smallest and most unlikely of ways. How will you save what you love?